What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ty with the GoPro strapped to my head from Ty Drives. And who's ready for a test drive? I know I certainly am, because today we're going to be driving the 2025 Chevrolet Trailblazer RS. So really good looking car, I think. It's got some funky styling, but the RS kind of gives it a sporty appearance too. And this is finished in the all new Marina Blue paint color. So this is new for 2025. And we have a kind of black roof to go along with the RS trim. Very, very nice. We have a sticker price of $34,075. So this is a pretty much fully loaded RS model with the convenience package, panoramic roof, driver's confidence package, you name it. This car's got it. So we'll do a quick overview of the outside. I think it's a really, really great looking SUV. Now, Chevrolet kind of has two models in this segment, the Trax and the Trailblazer. The Trailblazer definitely being more of the premium offering because, for one, it's got a powered liftgate, which the Trax doesn't offer. It has a lot of kind of more premium features than the Trax does. So if you're more budget focused, you know, the Trax is for you. If you're more fun and kind of like more of an outdoorsy kind of person, the Trailblazer is for you. So lots of, actually a pretty good amount of space back here. Nice wide opening. You could split your seats down and fold them down, and Trailblazer comes with a spare tire, which is nice. We have illumination back here, cargo tie downs, all kinds of good stuff going on in the trunk. Now taking a look at the rear seats, I do have the front seat kind of moved back quite a bit for filming purposes, but kind of hopping inside, a guy of my size, I'm about 5'10", I still have about an inch of space back here. As far as amenities goes, it is actually pretty roomy. You do have a household outlet as well as a USB and USB-C chargers back here. No air vents back here, but I think it's a small enough vehicle that the air will kind of flow pretty nicely back here. And take a look at that nice big panoramic roof. Now, one cool party trick too about the Trailblazer, you can actually fold this seat down flat, and you have a little plastic pad right here where you can put your feet if you're sitting right here. You kind of lounge down here, go to a drive-in movie. That'd be pretty cool. Lots of red accents up front, looks pretty good. And we'll hop inside so that we can see the screens. Let's start this thing up. We've got push button ignition right here. And we'll get that AC going here. So you can see driver's information center right in front of us, all LCD, and we have a nice big touchscreen too. Very, very simple touchscreen. Now, one thing I wanted to point out before we go on our test drive is we did do an entire features view on this particular car. So we kind of looked at the outside, popped the hood, got into the trunk, in the rear seats, and up here, and kind of just explain all of the features this vehicle has to offer. So if you're interested to see that video, make sure you check my channel, Ty Drives, to see that video there. Or you can just wait till the end of this video. I will include a link to that. But safety first, let's put our seatbelt on and take this Trailblazer for a test drive. All right, setting off in the 2025 Trailblazer. What we're gonna do is we have a nice sort of a desolate road, kind of an industrial park back here, so there's not a whole lot of traffic. So what we could do is we're gonna pop it into sport mode, and right after this big long corner, we will get an acceleration test and see how much power this Trailblazer has. Does feel pretty good around the corners. Not a huge, you know, sharp corner by any means, but definitely a very long corner. And here we are. Let's turn the AC off for just this test here, and we'll see what we can do. Foot to the floor, here we go. And 60, and we'll do a quick brake test here. All right, feels pretty good actually. And we'll immediately put that AC back on for us here. You could definitely feel that turbocharger kick in, you know, as soon as it hits about 2,000 RPM, 2,500. that turbocharger hits, and it hits pretty hard actually for a small engine. Definitely enough power. We do have the larger of the two 3-cylinder engines in this car, so you can either get a 1.2 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder or 1.3 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder. Again, we have the 1.3, and that's good for 155 horsepower, and I think it's around 172 pound-feet of torque, so plenty of engine for a car this size. Now we've got quite the hilly neighborhood going on here, so we'll see how the Trailblazer climbs these hills. Transmission is doing a nice job of keeping the RPMs nice and high in case we have to punch the throttle for any reason going up these hills. Probably also help if we take the car out of sport mode here. Yeah, the Trailblazer has a lot of power down low in the RPM range, which is good. That means the turbocharger is doing its job, spooling up nice and early in the RPM range so that we're not, you know, revving out the car like crazy to get some power out of it. Now, two different drivetrains available on the Trailblazer. So we have, you can choose, of course, front wheel drive, which will come with a CVT transmission, a continuously variable, or this one has all-wheel drive, so we have the 9-speed automatic, so more conventional transmission on this one, which, as you can see, it is changing gears, doing a nice job of doing it pretty quickly and kind of at the right RPMs. Now, the next road we turn on is kind of more of a back road, and we'll take a little shortcut after that to a nice 2-lane highway so we can get it up to some higher speeds. Now, initial thoughts on the Trailblazer. I have driven a couple of these before, and they are a pretty nice car to drive. You know, they have a nice short wheelbase, so they're nimble in the cities, but they're also pretty comfortable on the highways too. It's got some pretty big wheels on it. The RS has 19-inch wheels, but it still seems to ride pretty nice. So suspension is definitely still on the more comfortable side of things. We do have some pretty good sound insulation too, at least from the kind of like outside noise. So I guess you really can't hear the oncoming traffic too much, which is good. But there is a little bit of tire noise, I will say that. So up at 45-ish miles an hour, you can definitely hear the tires. Which, granted, with working with a price point like this, now this is fully loaded, so it's a little bit expensive. But with the class that this car competes in, you know, every car has that, you know, bit of tire noise to deal with. Take a little shortcut here to our 2-lane highway. We'll get it up to some higher speeds after that. Now, the engine is actually pretty quiet too. The only time you really hear it is under, you know, acceleration, and it stays very, very quiet otherwise. this power plant is perfectly fine for this car. It is actually pretty peppy in some instances, so that's good. You know, people hear, oh, 3-cylinder, it's got to be really slow. It really isn't that bad. You know, around town it'll be perfectly fine. Even on these back roads, it's perfectly fine. The only instance you may have a little bit of issues is, you know, passing on the highway at higher speeds. I think that'll be the only real, you know, somewhat difficult task. You'll still have the power. It's just, you know, if you're used to a car with this much power, then you're used to it. You know, if you come from something like an Equinox or a Traverse and then get into this, you may think it's a little underpowered. But, you know, this power plant is just fine for this car. Well, we did have it up to some higher speeds back there, you know, between 45 and 50 miles an hour. And again, you can hear the tires. There is some tire noise, but overall, it is a very, very nicely packaged car. You know, this one being fully loaded, it's got lots and lots of features to play around with, and it's a really good-looking car, too. It's kind of funky looking, but it's definitely more of the kind of like outdoorsy type of person car in Chevy's range for SUVs. And with that being said, I hope you have enjoyed the 2025 Chevrolet Trailblazer test drive. And I also hope you check out our channel or just click the link that'll pop up below for our features review. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.